She married my dad for control, not love. Now she's furious I'm not obeying her. Part 7. After the restraining order, things slowly started to calm down. Dad was safer, and for once, I felt like we were actually in control of our own lives again. But the damage Carla had done was still hanging over us like a dark cloud. Family relationships were strained, and Dad was still emotionally shaken. One afternoon, while going through some paperwork we'd inherited from Mom, I found something that completely blindsided me. Hidden at the bottom of an old file box was a thick envelope marked with Dad's name, but it wasn't something he'd mentioned before. Inside were documents showing that before Carla ever came into the picture, Dad had set up a sizable trust fund for his kids. The money was earmarked for our education, health, and even future homes, stuff he'd never talked about in recent years. But the trust had never been properly funded, or so we thought. There was also a note from Dad's lawyer that he'd been planning to update the trust after Mom passed away, but life had gotten in the way. He'd been hesitant to mention it because Carla had been pushing him to sign over more control of his assets to her. This was huge. If Carla had gotten her way, she might have been able to drain not just his checking account but potentially that trust fund too. I sat down with Dad, and we started talking through the steps we needed to secure that money legally. We contacted the lawyer, and he helped us finalize the trust and made sure Carla couldn't touch a dime. Finding that envelope felt like uncovering a hidden lifeline. Like Dad's way of protecting us all, even when things looked bleak. At the same time, it gave Dad new hope and determination. He started opening up more, sharing stories about Mom and the life they built together, memories that Carla had tried to erase or twist. But the family wasn't all behind us. Some relatives, influenced by Carla's manipulations, were still skeptical. They'd ask questions like, "Why are you so against her?" or, "Are you sure you're not overreacting?" That was frustrating. But Dad and I knew the truth. We had the proof, the documents, the witnesses. And, most importantly, we had each other.